Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. It's June 4th, 2020, of course. I'm here with a tropical weather briefing and a severe weather briefing because we do have Tropical Storm Cristobal, which actually has made landfall in Mexico. It's forecasted to hit Louisiana right now. And Saturday, it's looking like we might have an interesting day for severe weather. So we're going to be looking into that today. Please subscribe. Please leave a like and comment. I like to reply to comments. Let's get started here. So for Saturday, yes, this is Saturday's outlook. Actually, first let's talk about today. We're not going to really look at today at all. I think Saturday is going to be a bigger deal, but I think today could be active also. So today we do have a slight risk in Texas and Oklahoma. We have three slights. We have one in South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And we have this one up here in the Northeast in PA, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and West Virginia and Northern Virginia right there. Today we do have a very large marginal risk going all the way from Montana over to the eastern coast, of course. But I do think tornado threat today might be on the lower side. We only have a 2% wind and hail threat. I think hail is going to be one of the bigger threats in the South Dakota area. But that's today. But the big day I'm watching is day 3, which is Saturday. This is June 6th. We already have an enhanced risk out over areas of western South Dakota, even a little bit of southwestern North Dakota, and a little bit of northern Nebraska. We have an enhanced risk out. It's already a 30% SIG. So if it goes a little bit higher, jumps to a 45%, it's going to become moderate. And I think it does this actually right now, it looks to be like it has a 30% chance of going moderate by day 1, which is June 6th. Now let's look at the models. Actually, I made a slideshow again. So this is what we could be looking at. This is at 10 p.m. On June 6th. I think we're going to be seeing two types of storm modes. I think we're going to be seeing kind of QCLS squall lines. Maybe we have this one right here that goes through South Dakota, North Dakota, and it looks like it might be severe all the way up to Bismarck. We have some storms along the warm front that could kind of go through Minneapolis later that night. But I think we're likely going to have some supercells, kind of in this area. I think we're going to have some supercells, and I think we could even have some embedded circulations inside of the line. If we can get, I think there could be some interesting storms though, because I think there might be some nice tornadoes, because there's a lot of high numbers of ingredients. We go to the next slide here. It's not changing. There we go. This is dew points. Okay, we have dew points in South Dakota up to 70, in central South Dakota, all the way up to Montana, where we have dew points around 60, 65-ish. So we do have enough good moisture. But as the severe weather goes into this area, it's going to kind of run out of the really good moisture. It's going to kind of go into the 50s, the 50 dews. But I think southern South Dakota has 70 dew points, so I think that could be a good area. Now Cape is pretty good at this, but the northern side of this I do kind of disagree with. Cape is almost 0 up there, and it's kind of missing a lot of the ingredients. But Cape, we do have 2,000 going all the way up to almost Rapid City. We even have a strand of 4,000 coming into southeastern South Dakota. So Cape is good on the southern side of this, but the northern side is kind of not really. It doesn't have enough Cape from what I'm seeing right here. Alright, so let's move on to the next slide here. I don't know what this is helicity. Alright, so look at this, y'all. That is the helicity with this, okay? And you know that's off the charts in the NAM model on pivotal weather. That is off the charts. I got numbers in there of 1,350. 1,350. That is like 600 more than we saw on Easter. We only saw around like 700. So yeah, that's 650 more on Easter. That's very, and that's going to support some supercells, and that's going to support supercells. And I think that this is one of the reasons I think we're going to have some tornadoes, and I think they could be strong tornadoes. I'm not saying they're going to be like long track dangerous tornadoes yet, but I think we could see some interesting storms, and they could produce tornadoes right now. But helicity levels are off the charts in South Dakota and southern North Dakota. So yeah, this is supercell composite, And I'm just gonna say, I took a sounding last night. It had supercell composite of 65. That is literally 20 off the 20 off the charts, I guess. We still have numbers of 50 to 60, even 70 in southern South Dakota right there, supercell composite. So definitely have a lot of supercell composite in that area. Now this is my last slide for that, but let's look at something else. Okay, so this is lid strength index on College Due page here. Saturday afternoon. This is one thing that could be an issue. This measures the strength of the cap. I think North Dakota and northern South Dakota. I don't think we're gonna see much tornadoes in North Dakota, and maybe extreme northern South Dakota. But I think central and southern South Dakota and northern Nebraska, if we can get a supercell in that area, I think it could be interesting. But see, we got that pretty strong capping in that area. But if the cap breaks down here in southern South Dakota in this area, we could be seeing some interesting storms. I think maybe, yeah, wait. So I think my highest tornado potential right now, out taking any soundings, is probably this area. Maybe a little bit, I'd say probably like, not that area. Okay, delete, all right, this area maybe. Right now, it's kind of a little bit far out, but I think that's what I'm going to be looking at. So I got STPs and pivotal weather, or not pivotal weather, COD. So Saturday afternoon, you can see we have some little areas of kind of 10s right there, I guess. Try to get that for you. 6.8, 8.2, all right. There's some little areas in there, nothing big on STPs, which is fine. Now we're going to be looking at pivotal weather here because we're going to be taking some soundings. Okay, so let's take a sounding for the Rapid City area Saturday afternoon because I think that could be an area that gets some severe weather. So look at this though. This is the sounding for Rapid City, and this kind of worries me. Look at that cape, that parcel. Inside of here, that's the cape. Look how thick that is. 5,271 surface cape. ML is 4,655. Plenty of cape in Rapid City. Look at the slinky. The heliograph is not the best, but look at the shear. At 700, we got winds out of the southwest. Okay, and at the surface, we have winds almost to the east-southeast, almost going east. That is pretty strong shear. And look at this. 55 knots of surface to 3 kilometer shear. That is pretty high. Okay, at the pin problems. So this looks interesting. Supercell composite 30.5. Lapse rates are on the high side, but I think we can even find a better sounding than this. I think we're trying to find a PDS tornado sounding, which I found a lot of them last night. The models are kind of similar to what I was thinking last night. Let's take a look at central South Dakota here. I got a severe sounding, but that's the high cap area. You can see that giant cap. So we take a sounding up here in North Dakota, where we have that QCLS possibly. I got a marginal severe sounding. That's what I think it's going to be, marginal severe, and the shear is kind of interesting how it changes so quick. But look at that. You can see we got that warm layer. We got that warm layer that punches like that. That's going to be some capping. I think this could interfere with supercell potential. We have no surface-based cape, no ML cape at all. It looks like it might have some cape, though, higher up, but not really looking good. We do have some shear, though, so there could be a brief spin up in North Dakota, but I don't think it's going to be that big. Now let's look at northwestern Nebraska. This is also an area I want to watch. Marginal severe. Oh, I think it's like a mountain. Let's go a little further south here. None. All right. So let's go later. The 3Z here, where these storms are kind of making their way. I think we're going to have some supercells going on this time. Severe. All right. And over here we got marginal tor in front of this. Cape is decent. But look at that shear though. 41 knots of surface to 1 kilometer, which is pretty high. Look at that. Oh my, that's pretty good. Dew points is 67. Marginal tor sounding. Let's look at SDPs here. I like pivotal weather if we're looking at severe weather ingredients better because the colors actually kind of colors on COD, they kind of like cut out sometimes, if you know what I mean. They're not really like accurate. Okay, so STP is right there, 5.9. So we take a sounding for that area. That marginal torus, 79. Yeah, that cap though. If we can break, I think that's the only reason that they haven't. Well, I agree with the SBC's forecast now with their enhanced risk, but you can see that cap though is pretty bad though. We have that warm layer. So if the storms can break that cap, which this cap might be a little too strong for them, the supercells to break, you could be seeing something. But if it doesn't break the cap, then we might not get anything. So it might end up like March 28th, if you guys remember that moderate risk in Illinois. Because the cap on all these soundings is pretty strong. But we got that really strong shear. Look at that, 59 knots of surface at 3 kilometers shear. So I think this is going to be a interesting day, to say the least, on June 6th. Now let's switch over to Tropical Storm Cristobal. That's how you say it. Tropical Storm Cristobal. It's currently a 40-mile-per-hour tropical storm. Yes, moving southeast at 2 miles per hour. It's forecasted by tomorrow afternoon to be moving out of Mexico again as a tropical storm. It's forecasted to strengthen into a tropical storm in the Gulf, and it's forecasted to make landfall in Louisiana in the middle of the night on Monday as a tropical storm, and it travels into Arkansas as a depression on Tuesday morning. Let's look at the wind history with this. You can see it's affected portions of Mexico. Wind speed probabilities. So areas of Louisiana, not much has actually changed, but we do have a larger 30 to 40% chance of tropical storm force winds to the south of Louisiana. But that's all that changed. In Alabama and the Florida Panhandle now has a 5 to 10% chance of tropical storm force wind probabilities. Now let's move over to what might actually happen according to the GFS model. You can get an idea here. So around Sunday afternoon, the GFS model has this Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, the GFS model has this making landfall as a 997 millibar tropical storm. That moves up through Arkansas, Oklahoma, and that collides with a cold front. We're going to be looking at rainfall totals. I think rainfall totals might be kind of interesting, yeah. Let's look at MSLP and 10-meter wind speed. So yeah, it has it making landfall as a tropical storm. It has it peaking probably around a 50, not even 50, probably around a 45 to 50 mile per hour tropical storm in the Gulf. That makes landfall. So we're probably going to have a stream if this actually does play out. We're probably going to have a live stream about this Sunday afternoon, and we're going to have a live stream for the severe weather Saturday. So 2 live streams I'm looking at coming up, and 2 days in a row, maybe even 3. Now something else. No, we're not going to look at that in today's video. But the last thing we're going to look at today, I want to look at the accumulations, because this is going to be kind of interesting. Yeah, some areas of the Florida Panhandle could be seeing, or Florida could be seeing 6 inches plus 6+ inches in isolated areas according to the GFS model. Which is just a GFS. It doesn't show isolated convection. So if you can get like a rain band to sit on top of you, you could get 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches of rain. So very interesting, I guess. And then Mississippi, Alabama, you could be looking at 2 to 4 inches of rain. The further north you go, the lower the rain amounts get. Georgia, same thing. We could be seeing it collide with a cold front. So we're not to see because it could bring some heavier rain to eastern Oklahoma. So we're not going to keep an eye on that. But look at this. In northern Mexico, 10 to 12 inches of rain just in the GFS model, which is kind of interesting. But that'll wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys will consider subscribing. I hope you guys will have a good rest of your Thursday. Peace out.